You're standing in your kitchen looking for your keys, and you say it out loud. Okay, where did I put them? To no one. Just you and the empty room and the sound of your own voice. You do this constantly. Under your breath while you cook. In the car when you're lost. At your desk when something isn't working. A running whisper monologue that you barely notice and almost never think about. But the real reason you do it is far stranger than you've been told. That voice, the one you can hear right now as you read this, is not a quirk. It is not a sign of loneliness or anxiety or an overactive imagination. It is the most sophisticated cognitive tool your brain has ever developed, and most people have no idea what it actually is. Here's the question this whole video is going to answer. Why do you talk to yourself? What is that inner voice actually doing? And why does using it the wrong way quietly work against you? Let's start with where it comes from. In the 1930s, a Soviet psychologist named Lev Vygotsky noticed something strange about children. Young children around 3 or 4 years old narrate everything they do. They say, "Now I'm picking up the block while picking up the block," running commentary on their own lives out loud to no one in particular. For a long time, this was dismissed as meaningless chatter. Children being children. Vygotsky argued it was something else entirely. He called it private speech, and he believed it was the engine of thought itself. Children weren't talking instead of thinking. They were learning to think by talking. The voice starts outside, loud, clumsy, narrated, and slowly moves inward. It gets quieter, it gets faster, it gets compressed until it becomes what you experience as the voice inside your head. Your inner voice is not separate from your thinking. It is what thinking sounds like, from the inside. And here's where it gets strange. Researcher Charles Fernyhough at Durham University has spent decades studying inner speech. What he found challenges almost every assumption you have about your own mind. Your inner voice is not a single stream of consciousness, it is dialogic, meaning it runs like a conversation between two or more internal positions. One part of you proposes, another evaluates, a third worries. You are at any given moment hosting a kind of committee in your skull. That constant internal negotiation, the should I or shouldn't I, the rehearsed argument you never had, the voice that suddenly says, "Wait, are you sure about this?" is not confusion. That is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. But there is a catch. That same voice can turn on you. The very mechanism designed to help you think can become a loop you cannot escape. A replay of a conversation from 3 years ago. A spiral of worst-case scenarios at 2 in the morning. Psychologists call this chatter. And it is one of the most studied sources of human suffering. This is the thing I want you to hold on to. I'll come back to it. First, what does talking to yourself actually do to your performance? Psychologist Gary Lupien and colleagues ran a simple experiment. They showed people images of everyday objects, a red apple, a pair of scissors, and asked them to find that object hidden in a cluttered visual scene. One group searched in silence. The other spoke the object's name out loud as they looked. The group that said the word found the object faster. Every time. Your brain uses language to focus perception. Saying the word sharpens the search. That is why you mutter the shopping list under your breath. That is why you talk yourself through a difficult task. You are literally tuning your own attention with your own voice. Now, back to that catch. Ethan Kross, a psychologist at the University of Michigan, discovered something that changes everything about how you should use your inner voice. He ran experiments on self-talk, under stress. He asked one group to think through a problem using the word I. He asked another group to use their own name, or the word you, as if speaking to someone else entirely. The results were striking. People who used what Kross called distanced self-talk, speaking to themselves by name or in second person, showed lower anxiety, made wiser decisions, and recovered from failure faster. Talking to yourself in the third person creates just enough psychological distance to let the rational part of your brain step back in. The inner voice is a tool, and like every tool, the grip matters. You have been doing this your whole life without knowing any of it. That voice narrating your commute, coaching you through a hard conversation, catastrophizing before a meeting that never goes as badly as you feared. It is ancient in origin and deeply human. Every great thinker in history talked to themselves. Most of them just had the good sense to call it something else. So the next time you catch yourself standing in a quiet room muttering to no one saying, "Okay, you can handle this," you're not broken. You're just thinking.